it's Shan81 here, and welcome to another speed build. And today we are building a bakery, and I'm in Magnolia Promenade and just creating a little bit of a building, a building that would sort of work within this area anyway. And I wanted to make it match in with the surrounds, so I was looking at pictures. I managed to take some screenshots of a couple of the buildings that are used in the background, so the non-accessible buildings that are sort of around the world, and I sort of came up with this cute little bakery. So just trying to find some doors and windows that would work. I wanted to have this angled entrance here, and so it's sort of like a little courtyard that you walk in onto sort of thing. The wall is just a little bit too big, but if I was going to shrink that in, it would have messed it all up, so I actually had to cut the wall away. Just with that angled wall, just didn't want to shrink the way I wanted it to. Trying to decide what wall height I wanted to use as well. Lots to consider in this build. I think I'll go with the medium wall height in the end. Just because it wasn't quite working, and I just had to cut that bit away as well, the top. So medium wall height, and just trying to find the right sort of doors and windows that would work. I wanted a side entrance as well as the front entrance, and I wanted the balconies to be cute looking, like almost like wrought iron style. So I think I actually went with the vampire pack to get that to look even close. And then above the door I wanted to use a bit of this decorative sort of edging. I just had to find one that would work, and I ended up with a fairly simple one, but I continue it to around the balcony as well, but not quite the same style. It's a little bit different, but I wanted above the door to be a little bit more decorative. So there's a few things that I want to take into consideration with this. So like I wanted it to look older, sort of a bit old, and just sort of match in with the environment around it, so matching sort of building styles and things like that. So which is why I went and snapped those screenshots of a particular building. I'm trying to get this roof. Now this roof was a little bit tricky actually, and there's a few little things that really frustrated me about it. That's what I'm trying to get out. And that was like this corner piece here with on the angled piece. If you put trim on it, it goes wonky. It's the trim comes off and looks like it's not level at all. It just looks terrible. I don't know why it does it, but it does, and it's not attractive at all. So as you can see, I use a lot of pieces to actually get this to actually work in the end. I was hoping if I put another floor on there, it would actually fix that roofing. Only if I put the walls up does that actually cut away that roofing. So I actually had to lower the roof a bit more and get it to fit on there a bit better. So just using, again, a lot of pieces, and then just having that little half wall on the very top to give it that sort of flat roofed sort of vibe at the very top. Once again, I really have to cut down on the sizing of each piece and trying to get them to fit in with the slope of the roof and things like that. It did take a lot of fiddling, but we did get there in the end, so that's pretty good. And I decided to make this little piece as corner as well, so even the very top there on the flat roof is got that sort of cornered piece as well. And I want the balconies to be accessible, so I had to put doors in, obviously. You can't actually you can't go right around the balconies. There are 3 separate balconies, I think. so it means 3 separate doors at the top. And the upper floor, or the upper 2 floors, because technically there's actually 3 floors, 3 stories, I've actually left empty. So in the upload, oh, there we go, there's that trim that just looks wonky. You see what I mean by that? Like, what even is that? Why does it come out looking like that? I don't understand. Makes no sense. But anyway, so I tried to use a different edge piece. It doesn't matter what type I use, it comes off looking like trash, which is just really unfortunate. Anyway, oh yeah, I'm trying to add little dormer windows here, and I try building them out of pieces. I try to line them up here, so I'm just adding walls across, because I don't know why I didn't turn the grid on. I just didn't. But then I remember this little piece here that looks like a dormer window without actually making a window, so I use that instead. But I do another build. I didn't record it, but I have done another build along here, very similar style, and I did actually make the dormer windows for that one, so you could actually access it and actually have light going into that room. But on this particular one I didn't. I just used a little roof accessory, and I'll try to find matching floor, I guess, for the roof. So I don't know why you can't have all the floorings on a flat roof. Like, I reckon that would be so much easier if you could, like all the roofing tiles, I should say, as flat roofing. The only one you can use at the moment is like the the corrugated iron, which I don't think is corrugated iron to me personally. It's not quite right. I mean, it's still corrugated iron, yes, but corrugated iron to me is a lot more rippled, and we don't have anything like that in the game, and I really am disappointed by that. I think that would be something I know I'd use a lot of, because that's what most of the buildings where I live and where I've grown up have always looked like. You know, the roofs have always been corrugated iron. You rarely see tile. Like, tile is not a thing that's used in building where I've grown up in Australia, so corrugated iron seems to be it. The corrugated iron that they used in the game is kind of similar to some of the stuff that you get, but it's not as common. I was trying to extend the eaves of the roof out, but because of that corner piece, that's another thing that's so buggy. Like, why can't that go in between those two levels? Why does it have to be so long instead of, you know, it just really, there was so much that really bothered me about this build. It was just a bit of a nuisance. Anyway, onto the flooring, I guess. The outside outside area, I guess. A little courtyard, basically. Anyway, just adding little flower pots, or I guess they're window boxes. That's what they're called. Under the windows at the front and side there. And what else? I'm trying to add a little awning over the top of the door, which I think is just a little bit cute. And looking at different window options at the top there, but I don't like any of the sort of window coverings. Oh, I changed the fence there, so I think I went with not the vampire, but a different pack instead. It still looks like it's wrought iron, but a little bit different. And so these little lights around, and I use those little ones as like a bit of a spotlight for the signage that I do eventually put up there. And I just added these little what are they? Almost like a bracket piece sort of thing, supports underneath the balconies, because I figured you'd need some support under them. So yeah, I just use those little decorative items. And some more planter boxes around the windows, and looking for some things for outside, so some wall vines and flowers, and yes, more wall deco. Oh, that little hanging plant one, I like that. I think it's cute, so it's like the only hanging plant we have. It's on a bracket, but that's, yeah, that's alright. I try to work out, I wanted to use something at the front there that's not necessarily a mat, but you know, that sort of gives that entrance way feel. So I try out mats and these like painted pieces, and then I come with this sort of, I think it's the Jungle Adventure sort of tile piece, and I put it slightly inside, but I cover up the inside piece with that rug, half rug, which I think is kind of cute. So it's kind of like it's on the floor, on the ground, sort of made into the thing. And I want to add these little flower pots to the fence, and I noticed that in the screenshots that I took, they sort of had it on the fence, so I thought, why not, I could do that too. And then a little menu board out the front and the side, so that if you're sitting out the side in the little seating area that's going to appear, you could, you know, select the menu, or if you've just arrived, you could have a look at the menu on your way in. And trying to find some signage, I think. I'll try this little one that you can sort of add your own decos on, but I found not all the stickers you could actually add on, which was a bit of a nuisance. So I did actually find one that I liked, but it wouldn't go on there. I was like, that's really annoying. I was like, they should all be able to go on there. So that's something that's kind of frustrating. I just used the coffee cup, which I then put above the door as well, but I also add two little cake decos as well, so these two kind of look a bit cute. And oh yeah, grabbing, I think, some stuff for the inside. I think no, not yet. I was just looking at what, because I think I selected bakery, or not bakery, but retail store, because if you want a bakery, you actually set it up as a retail store first. So and oh yeah, looking at the outdoor settings as well, so some umbrellaed tables, and I think I go with the yellow to match the awning there. I thought that kind of ties that in nicely. A little bit different. Yeah, just the cute little wrought iron chairs as well. And oh yeah, just using these planter boxes just to mark out the area, which I thought was really cute. I really like those ones. I think they're kind of a little bit quaint. And then a couple of little trees in between as well. And then there's this sort of area at the back of the building, which is more of your sort of delivery style or employee sort of entrance. And I want to make it look like there's a bit of a driveway up the side and things like that. I'm not sure if I put a car there in my screenshot. No, I don't. Okay. I wasn't sure whether I had placed a car in the back area or not, but you know, if cars were a thing, you could easily put a car there, which would be good. And I just added in rubbish bins and things out the back there. There's some bins down the side for the, you know, the waste. And then we're onto the inside, so we need to add some stairs, and I didn't want them to be against any walls, because I didn't want it to mess up anything that I had in there, so I sort of put them in a little bit away from the walls. So on the first floor I create a little back room, and then I just move the stairs across a bit, and then a little bit of a toilet area as well, I think, yeah. And what else? Yeah, so the double wide stairs as well, just so I don't know, it looked a little nicer having the double wide stair. So that's the little sort of bakery area at the back, and then the toilet is accessible there as well. And I just grabbed my little pre-made toilet stall that I have made and just popped in a few toilets as well. And then just sort of fill out the little bathroom area or hand washing area. So all Sims will be able to access the toilets, which will be good. No, you don't have to run out and use a public toilet. You can just use the ones in the bakery. And just little hand towels and mirrors and things just to sort of fit in with the style of the building as well. I didn't use this one I had saved normally, so because the one I've got saved normally is just a pretty basic bathroom for my public lots, but I wanted to use things that fit it with the game, so not with the game, with the build. So for this one, just trying to fill out what I wanted to do for the actual bakery sort of selling area. And I wanted to use the cabinets. I actually switch out the cabinet that's got the ice in the bottom, what looks like it's got ice in the bottom, for the matching one on the same. So I think I put like two of the same ones up there. And then the kitchen, I wanted it to be sort of that almost industrial vibe. I could have used the unlockable one, but I chose to use the one that comes in base game. And yeah, just trying to fit the cupcake machine in as well. Proved to be a little bit awkward. It's quite a big piece. Unfortunately, it is really big. Although it's kind of fun, but it looks kind of almost steampunk like. But yeah, it is a bit clunky. Unfortunately, it's a bit big. And I've just got a little cash register there in the middle between the two cabinets, and then like some shelving and things behind. And then over this side I decided to make like a little coffee shop area so you can get coffee as well, and I added another little door in so employees can access that from the sort of back employee entrance way. And adding flooring, so nice wooden floors throughout, and just I liked the colour that was on the side of the stairs that came with those stairs, so I grabbed that and used that throughout the build as well. And then upstairs, no, still I'm going downstairs. Okay, adding in some chairs for inside. So not a great deal of seating inside. It is a bakery, so most people would buy things and take them away, but you could set it as a coffee shop if you really want to. It would work either way. I think. Not sure that it's got all the things you need in it for a cafe. Possibly not. But anyway, I mean, it is designed as a bakery, so just adding a few little bits and pieces around, like this little tea boxes, little teapot, plate, decorative plate there, the little cakes under the stand as well, just lots of little different cute things. This little sandwich board I wanted to put out the front, so I popped that there. And just looking at all the different clutter items, really. Most of the clutter I generally do off camera, so I've just added a few bits and pieces here for this. A little plate stand at the back there of the little cafe section, and just adding lots of different pieces. You'll notice though in the screenshots that I'd fixed things up. Oh yeah, I switched that sign out. So the one I had tried to make up myself, I ended up switching it for this pre-made one that looks like I'm not sure if it's a coffee cup. It might actually be a noodle bowl. I'm not sure. I think it is a coffee cup. There is one that is a noodle bowl and they look kind of similar, so it's a bit confusing. And just add in like a bit of an employee sort of wash up area and things at the back, and safety things like the fire extinguisher and things like that. But just adding some wall decos, so the coffee pots and things, and lots of little clutter items there. And just basically going through and trying to find little bits and pieces I can put in. Little juice signs or apple and orange signs as well. Are pretty cute. And it takes me so long to go through clutter. very slow process for me. But I think we are nearing an end, so I am going to leave you guys with some still shots and playing some pretty music for you. But be sure to click like and don't forget to hit that subscribe with the notification bell so you never miss a future upload. And leave me a comment. I'd love to see what you think. Alright, thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Bye.